Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus time travelers. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. This is your exclusive first quarter reading for 2026. We'll take a look at January, February, and March. It is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that don't fully resonate, and if that happens, it's okay. It just means it's someone else's message. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements, and if you don't know what they are by now, that's okay. In the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective now for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Sagittarius need to know for January, February, and March of 2026? What do they need to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. January, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the King of Cups. February, Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. And in March, we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower. The underlining energy for the month, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. That leaves the Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, Eight of Wands to the Six of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Let's clarify this message now with the After Tarot deck. I love this deck. The images are different. The meanings are slightly modified, which is nice. It gives a different layer to tarot readings, especially because this is predictive in nature. Okay. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for January, we are clarifying Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the King of Cups. I might have to get you a new deck, Sag. This one's starting to fade. I've used it so much for you in the last 2 years. Okay. For January, we are clarifying Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the King of Cups. For February, we are clarifying Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Queen of Swords. And for March, we are clarifying Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower. For the Sagittarius collective, just saw the World card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I'm now starting to feel nervous, which I did the Libra and the Scorpio reading before. I did not. It started happening as I started to clarify. So let's see if this has anything to do with the energies here for you. The Knight of Pentacles is being clarified by Judgment. The Four of Wands, that's the Five of Wands. I said the Four of Wands twice. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Six of Cups. I apologize. The King of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Wands. What is happening? February, the Four of Swords is clarified by the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Wands. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the King of Cups. The Seven of Cups for March is clarified by the Hangman. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. And the Tower is clarified by the Eight of Swords. Underlining energy, the Moon, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. That leaves the Empress to the Two of Pentacles, to the Two of Cups, to the Magician at the bottom of the deck. I don't know how many people this is going to resonate with. I have a feeling here, I've tapped into a group of you. You are ending a long-standing connection with someone in your life while simultaneously inquiring on building a new one with someone else. And I don't know if that means you are severing a tie with a friend or family member and you're single and now you're also going to start dating, or if you're leaving one lover for another, or you're leaving a love partner, but then you're going to start develop a friendship with someone else, like with an actual platonic friend. I don't know, but there are three energies on the board, and only one of them belongs to you. One belongs to someone who's exiting your life, and one belongs to someone who is entering your life. So let me give you an idea of what's happening here. Whoever the King of Cups is, it looks like they're on the way out. They don't have to be a water sign. They don't have to be a masculine. But in the month of January, in regards to a particular connection that you've had in your life for quite some time, you're making the judgment call that it has taken too long for this person to show up the way they should have shown up in respect to whatever role they play in your life. Like it took them too long to be the right friend. It took them too long to do the right thing if they're a family member. It took them too long if they're a love partner to step up. Knight of Pentacles to Judgment. You're making the judgment call. This is taking too long. Five of Wands to the Six of Cups. I should not have to argue or fight with this person who I feel a very close connection or a soulmate type of connection to. I should not have to fight tooth and nail, every minute of every single day. Seven of Wands now, fighting with this King of Cups to get them to show up and be the friend, family member, or lover that I need them to be. I mean, this could even be work for some of you. I mean, it could be, right? It's a general collective reading. It could be you're making a judgment call. My boss keeps promising me that the work environment here is going to get better, or there's some raise or promotion I'm getting. You know what? I'm determining in January, this person, for whatever reason, is just taking too long. And it's too long for your liking. I'm going to clarify more with a third deck here, but that's the feeling. And so then in February, the Four of Swords to the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups to the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords to the King of Cups. Whoever that King of Cups is, you're cutting them out of your life in February. The Four of Swords to the King of Pentacles, it's almost like you're choosing to start to invest elsewhere, whether that means you're looking for another job or you're hanging out. This is one friend that you feel is on the out, so you're going to start hanging out with another friend. I mean, it could be for some of you, this is an ex or a soon-to-be ex-lover, and you're already starting to talk to someone else. But there's a changing of a guard here, and it doesn't have to be tit for tat. Like, it doesn't have to be job for job or friend for friend or lover for lover. I mean, this could be a family member who's on the way out, like I said, and you're single and you're meeting a romantic partner. But in February, you're choosing to move forward with someone here. Knight of Cups to the Nine of Wands. You are accepting the offer, the invitation, or the opportunity to move forward with someone else, because whoever this person is, you're determining you're done with them. Now, I don't think you're fully done with them. Like, I don't see you quitting the job yet. This might be the determination in January. I'm leaving this job and I'm going to look for another job opportunity. Oh, look, one just came in. I'm done with this job, but I don't think you have officially quit in February. Again, we're going to clarify. I'm just using work as an example because March here seems to be an engagement with this entity. I say entity because it could be a corporation. It could be an organization. You're fighting with a friend and now you're thinking of joining a political or a community group, or some religious organization. But the Seven of Cups to the Hangman, it's like while you're exploring these other, this other potential opportunity here, you're still collaborating with this person. Not for long. It looks like you intend to sever the connection in the future. And you're moving towards something new. All right, I need to clarify this for you. Who is this King of Cups? I see arguing. I see combativeness. I see two people not on the same page. There's bickering here. I just heard ankle biting. There's ankle. I don't mean to laugh. I don't really say that phrase. I don't think I've said that in like 10 years. There's ankle biting. Maybe that's something one of you say. But there's arguments. There's disagreements. There is discord. And whoever this King of Cups is, again, they don't have to be a water sign. They don't have to be masculine. It's just that's how they're represented here in tarot. This is an individual who does not respect your boundaries either. So this person who also overtakes from you as well and just expects to be able to come in and out of your life and take whatever they want when they want. So tell me more about this King of Cups. I feel like you've had it with this person. Who is this King of Cups? Who is this King of Cups? One more shuffle. Thank you. The King of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. This is someone you have invested in for a long time. Remember when I said you're going to still invest? Here's that Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Fool. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. This is a situation, environment, or connection that you're making the judgment call needs to end. because whatever improvement was supposed to occur here within the connection has not. It has taken too long. You've been internally conflicted about whether or not to sever ties with this individual. And you're determining here in January that you will sever the tie. It's just a matter of time, that you're going to move on from them, but you're keeping it a secret in the High Priestess. This is something you're telling yourself, internal to you. I'm going to keep investing in this, meaning I'm going to show up to work every day as an example. I'm not going to tell them I'm looking for another job, but I'm hell-bent on leaving this place. This is the marital partner or the love partner where you're like, you know what, I've had it. This person had, I don't know, 7 years to shape up or ship out, and they haven't, and I'm done with them. But I'm not going to tell them that. I'm not ready yet for a divorce. I'm not, if I tell them I want a divorce, where am I going to go live, or where are they going to go live, So there are still some logistics there that need to be figured out or sorted out. But your decision here in January is, I'm going to invest at a minimum to maintain the connection with whomever this is. And my new path, which does not include them, is something I'm keeping to myself until I'm ready to tell them that I'm moving on. And then we have someone new here, someone or something new, some new opportunity comes in. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Tell me about the King of Pentacles here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. To the King of Swords, to the Four of Pentacles. You're giving to two. You're giving to two here. You're giving to two entities. I'm staying at this job while I'm looking for another job. I'm staying in this committed partnership, but I'm already dating someone else. I don't think it's easy for you to leave behind whomever or whatever this is. But you're choosing to do just that. You're also trying to avoid a disaster right now. And you're trying to avoid further complicating the situation until you are ready to depart from it. Knight of Cups. You're now looking for the new. You are in search of the new job, the new living situation. I don't know, the new love partner, or already entertaining someone new who's in your life. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. This is like existing in the old world and in the new world simultaneously. Empress. Seven of Wands. And Justice. Bottom of deck, Five of Pentacles. This is you feeling like the right thing to do for yourself is to move in another direction, or to seek options or opportunities outside of whomever or whatever this is. You feel that this is the just, fair, and right thing to do. Queen of Swords to the King of Cups. In the After Tower deck, the King of Cups, their cup is being poured out. And that's this King of Cups here that you've been arguing with and has been crossing your boundaries and not respecting you and taking too long to do the right thing. And you've been sort of plotting and planning here to leave them behind at an undetermined date of your choosing that you have not told them yet about. What is going on here? Clarify that Queen of Swords. I feel like that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star card. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups, which is what the Knight is holding. And here in March, I see you freeing yourself. So this is almost like, I know that it's only a matter of time, Wheel of Fortune to the Star card, that I can cut myself loose from this. Because right now you feel bound, and that's contractual in nature or something like that. You know it's only a matter of time you're going to be able to free yourself from this situation, environment, or connection. And you're deciding that in March. Why are you deciding that you're deciding that in February. So this is, I'm going to keep this to myself. I've had it with this person. Now I'm simultaneously investing in them and investing pentacle resources, time, love, money, commitment, etc., into moving a new direction. I have not told them about it. I'm trying to avoid a disaster. Four of Swords to the Tower to the Three of Swords. I'm trying to avoid a hard ending. I'm trying to avoid upheaval. I'm trying to play it very cool. Four of Swords. I'm not looking for anything to spontaneously erupt before I'm ready to depart. I'm now looking at alternate pathways. I know it's only a matter of time till I leave this person or I leave this situation or, again, organization, whatever this is. Why is that? You're like doubling down on this to yourself in February. Why is that? One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Eight of Cups. Wow. Death card at the bottom of the deck. You are manifesting a way out. You're manifesting another place to live. You're manifesting another job. You're co-creating with the divine for your Nine of Cups or 10 of Cups, which you have determined that no longer is it. You're manifesting when to abandon or walk away from whomever or whatever this is. You're now actively manifesting it. The Death card, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Cups to the Hangman. Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. I feel like even in March, you're still, or at least the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of March, you're still investing in that while working on the new. What is the Seven of Cups to the Hangman? This is like exploring other options, opportunities, jobs, living situations, avenues on how to, I was going to say, move on from this person. And the Death card fell out of the deck. Yeah, Knight of Swords, the Death card, and the World card. Wow, you're in March, you're serious. So I must be speaking to a Sagittarius, that one, whomever, whatever this is, it either has been in your life a long time, or it's a person that you feel like this very close, kindred sort of soulmate level connection with. And so it's been challenging for you to walk away from whomever, whatever this is. But in January, you're deciding to do it. In February, you're starting to manifest a way out. And in March, you're looking for avenues on how you can close this out once and for all. I mean, this is taking action-orientated movement towards ending this. World card to the Death card. And that Seven of Cups to the Hangman is, I'm looking for the right time now to vocalize this, right? Because the Knight of Swords is a card of communication. It's the knight who speaks. So I'm action-orientated. I'm moving in a particular direction. I've manifested this. And now I'm just waiting for the right time to tell this person that I'm out. In the meantime, I'm going to invest Three of Pentacles into that Seven of Pentacles, into that connection or, situation, environment, or connection. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles to the Seven. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. This is to keep the peace. To keep the peace until I'm ready to depart, because we go right back to that Four of Swords, because I'm not yet ready to tell this person or situation, environment, connection, I'm moving on from them. I'm going to give bare minimum. Three of Pentacles. This is like wearing a poker face in March. Okay. Tower to the Eight of Swords. And then, in one swift moment, it looks like you're freeing yourself. You're out. What is that all about? Eight of Swords to the Tower. Because you've been avoiding the Tower here. And now, it looks like it's happening in March. What is this? One more shuffle. Thank you. What is this? Ten of Wands, Judgment, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Devil. To that King of Cups. That's three decks that show this person as the King of Cups. You're making the judgment call to move on. You're making the judgment call to tell this person that you're going to move on as well. You're deciding it. You're looking for a way out. You're waiting for the right time. And at some point in March, you're going to tell this person that this has been very stressful for you. It's been a big burden. There's been very little achievement here, very little return on your investment. You're making the judgment call to move forward. This is the minor arcana card to the Fool card, which we had here that you were hiding from them. In the pursuit of your happiness. 9 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and the Devil. You no longer want to be with this King of Cups, whomever or whatever it is that they're representing. You feel that it's toxic. You feel nothing has changed. You feel trapped. You feel like they're not changing. You've thought about this a long time. You haven't been happy in the situation, environment, or connection. And like if this is work, you're giving them your notice. If this is a lover, you're breaking up with them in March. It's your choosing, and you've been wanting to do it since January. And who knows how long before then you went back and forth on it. But the underlining energy is this is the right time. When I'm ready, I'm going to move forward. You have the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Wheel of Fortune. At a time of my choosing, I'm going to move towards something new. Ace of Cups here at the bottom of both decks. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep it to myself. Wow. Okay. Let's get 3 cards here. Anything else you need to know? And then we'll get you oracle cards and we'll close it out with some kippers. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know? The 2 of Cups in respect to this partnership. King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. It looks like you will be having a conversation with this individual about this breakthrough moment of clarity you had, whatever it is here that you've been keeping from them in that shadow of the moon that we've seen a couple times between the High Priestess and the moon cards appearing. This is very much you disclosing to them that for quite some time you have been planning to move towards your happiness, which in that 4 of Cups card no longer includes them. The Queen of Swords, which you're seen as doing here, you're turning your back on this person. If this would have come out this way, I would have said you're having a face-to-face conversation. This is you telling them you're moving on from them. It's a very emotionless, factual-based conversation. Whew. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about this conversation? Anything else they need to know about this conversation? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know? King of Wands, Strength, and that 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and the 8 of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords shows itself again. I don't think whatever this was going to grow into what you wanted it to be. I think you had hope for it. I think you had faith for it. I think that's why you stayed in it for as long as you did. I think you're right to exit it, and you're taking the inspired action to do it. I also think it's very wise of you to hold back from leaving until you have laid a foundation to what your next chapter will be like. Meaning you're not leaving this job till you find another job. You're not leaving the living situation until you have established a living situation elsewhere, or at least accrued or accumulated your own funds in order to make the move. And if this is, a lover that you're leaving behind, is possible, then there's some, because I have King to the Queen of Pentacles and I have King to the Queen of Cups here on the table, and then King to the Queen of Swords. There's just a feeling here of, I think you're very smart. Like if you're leaving a lover, you're not doing this irrationally. You've thought about this for a long time. It has pained you in some respect to make this decision, but you're also preparing yourself for it as well. You have a lot more time invested in preparing for the ending because you're creating it. This person does not. So you're creating the tower. They're going to feel the effects of it a lot harder than you will, because they're not prepared for it, but you are. How does this person take the Tower? Or this is a friend you talk to once in a while. You know, they only contact you when they need something. You've known them a long time. And then you finally decide to have the conversation of, you know, you're cutting the friendship off. It's not a Tower for you. You knew you were going to do this. It's a surprise for them. Like, they didn't see it coming. How does this person react to the Tower? This is not to dissuade you. This is to prepare you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. How do they react? Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Bottom of deck, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Be careful this person doesn't overpromise. Like, we don't want you to leave the company. I'll put in more effort. Saw the Seven of Swords there. You know, I'll put in more effort, or I'll spend more time with you, or if it's a friend, I'm sorry, you know, I'll show up differently. If it's a lover, same thing. I'll put more effort. That's their response. I'll do more. I'll invest more. It shouldn't take you having to move an entirely new direction and build that new direction for this person out to suddenly want to offer you better. You know what I mean? What else will this person do? What else will this person do? One more shuffle. Thank you. What else will they do? Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of deck, Eight of Wands, the Sun, the Ten of Pentacles. They will promise you that in time things will get better. I want you to be cautious of that Seven of Swords to the Devil here. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear to get you to stay. Like, things will get better, we'll give you a raise or a promotion, or we could rebuild a connection, or I'll be a more dependable friend, or, you know, family member or lover. You know, we can heal this. Please accept my apology. Just keep in mind that Seven of Swords to the Devil. Again, I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. I'm letting you know what this person's response or responses will be, so you can plan and act accordingly, what is best for you. But I would expect someone to say that they want to fight for this, they don't want to let go, and they're willing to make plans to build or rebuild this connection, and that they promise to show up better. All right, let's get you some oracle cards, my friend, and we'll close it out with kippers. But again, if you're already leaving them and you're looking for another job, you've secured another job, and now you're giving them your 2 weeks notice, it's like you've already accepted a job elsewhere. You know, why did it just take these 3 months, and plus whatever you've gone through with them in 2025, for them suddenly now to realize they don't want to lose you, you know, as an employee? You have Light of Life. I'll read those cards to you in a moment. Can you give us a card, please, for February and then for March as well? One more shuffle. Thank you. February and March. And we'll get 3 cards from this deck as well. 3 cards, please, for Sagittarius for January, February, and March. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Twilight Glow, Whispering Pines, and Mystic Candle. Bottom of deck, Guiding Star. So, in January, you have Light of Life. Embrace your unique glow, however small, to light the way ahead. Right into that new beginning you're keeping to yourself. Twilight Glow, embrace the in-between. Magic happens at the twilight. So this was this feeling of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? 1 foot in the old world, 1 foot in the new. Self-awareness for February. Understand your inner needs and your true feelings. Whisper Pines, nature's voice guides you. Listen to their wisdom. So maybe get out in nature more, meditation, yoga, going out for walks if you can. I don't know what the weather will be like where you live in the world in February, but there is something here about you staying grounded and true to who and what you are, and also staying true to who and what it is that you want for your life in the future. And then in March, we have Flow. Move freely like water, stay flexible, and embrace newness in every moment. And you have Mystic Candle, illuminate your path, let your inner light guide the way. And I think that's what you're doing here when you're notifying this person, or, you know, that you're done. Dreams, keep pursuing your innermost dreams and ideals. We saw that with the Star card a few times. And then you have Guiding Star. You are guided by the stars. Follow your celestial light. Bottom of the deck, we have Courtship, So I do believe this is in regards to a, partnership of some kind in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic. And like I said, for some of you, this could be an ex that you're leaving, and meanwhile you're getting a job at the same time, or you're ending a connection with a family member or friend and you're entering a love romance. It's different for all of you. I just know that whomever it is that you're departing from will tell you what they feel you need to hear in order to get you to stay. That much I can tell you. I don't know who they are. It's general collective reading. But for all of you, that's what they plan on doing. Let's get one more card here. Okay, 2 cards for February, please. For Sagittarius, 1 more. Thank you. And then for March. Thank you. 1 more for March. Thank you. Okay. January, 2 cards came out on their side. Unexpected income and the house card. This talks about structure and stability. And this was the feeling here where you weren't quite sure if you were going to stay. And then the feeling is like that you have to go because whatever you were expecting to receive out of this connection or this person just wasn't coming to fruition. That foundation on that house is still sideways. It never built, or we didn't rebuild it. And I just feel like whoever this person is, they fell short on doing that with you. And then for February, you have community and you have mature man. This was the feeling I had, like you're still obligated to whomever this is, mature man, mature woman. There's still a feeling here of camaraderie. And I don't know why that is. There's a sense of obligation, or that you have to continue to invest in whomever or whatever this is. Again, I don't know. There's something obligatory here. There's some level of obligation here with this friend, family member, or lover. And then in March, we have the bad health on the side. It came out this way. And you have change. And I think this is what happens. I think you tell this person that you're changing. They get this message of concern from you. And then suddenly they try telling you that this isn't as bad as you think it is and that it could be repaired. So I would expect that in March. But that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. If I look at just your energies separate from this person, I mean, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, to me, it looks like you're moving in an entirely new direction. We have the Empress, the Two of Pentacles. You have your back turned to whomever this is. And with that Two of Cups, you're moving in a new direction. In fact, you're moving towards some type of manifestation here. And then with the Ten of Swords, like whomever or whatever that is, it's done and over with. And that's probably a little farther out, maybe April, Taurus season possibly, is when that chapter with this person like officially concludes. But you definitely have something new here as well. It's just this seemed to have been the prevalent energy that kind of took over to reading. So hopefully in the second quarter, or as we're nearing March and April, we start getting more feedback on who this individual is or this opportunity. That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Thank you once again for being a time traveler. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.